talk about the wear and tear on NBA players. So, by the way, how you doing, Doc? Thanks for joining us again. Good to see you
No,
again.
great, great. What's up, Mike? Hey, Rudy. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, man. You look
My,
handsome as always. Look great. Love the plant in the background. Looks great.
Easily the most beautiful eyes of any guest we have.
Okay, let's not get too carried
Well,
away with
take
his
it.
looks. Okay, fight through him,
no,
Doc.
thank y'all for having me on again.
Of course.
Honestly, it's been a pleasure talking to y'all. It's been something really fun to do, and hopefully it helps with your viewers. So thank y'all.
That's the goal. Have you done any surgeries today or in the last day or so?
A bunch of small venous vein stuff today,
Okay.
and CL today. So I've been looking forward to taking a break and chatting with y'all about some sports and recovery and things like that.
Yeah, so Doc is his day job when he's not a podcaster. He is he's a surgeon, and he
Yeah.
helps people with vein issues and such. And he's well up to speed on injuries, and he's a doctor. So, all right, let's start with Wimby, because I know you're a huge Spurs fan too, and we're all you're just as equally excited about the playoffs and Wimby as anybody. All right, and I was talking ugly about him about 15 minutes ago, Doc, because Rudy was like, "Man, you went to the game and he got hurt." I'm like, "Don't put that on me. I didn't curse him. That kid gets hurt every six. He gets hurt every 6 weeks. Are you worried about his fragility? It's been a thing with him ever since he got here. He's put on muscle and stuff, but he gets dinged a lot, but he also gets beaten up a lot. What are your thoughts on Wimby's future in the league, like long term? Are you worried about it?
Honestly, I think this incident aside, I think the guy is prone to injuries. He's tall, he's thin, he has a large workload. He's in the paint getting dinged up. And with him not having as much muscle, I do agree he looks a lot more jacked than he did. When he first muscle, but
Yeah.
I do think he probably is more prone to injury than others, and I am worried about his longevity. I really hope that we can manage that. Obviously, it's a risk benefit between him
Hey,
playing.
Doc, could you hit refresh on your browser? You're echoing for us here.
Hit refresh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Refresh
Please.
the screen, Doc. It'll take 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Please and thank you, Doc.
You know, and I was hoping he would say, "No, Mike, you're worried about nothing. He's
Doc
fine.
ain't here to
Quit
well, he
worrying
ain't
about."
here to
No, I
pump
know Doc
sunshine.
does not
All
pump
right,
sunshine.
is it still acting?
You sound fine to me in my ears. I don't hear it.
Okay.
I think you're good.
Yeah,
Anyway, so
I am.
you're worried about him long term.
Yeah, long term I am, and this injury it shouldn't be lingering. It's just a contusion of his rib intercostal muscles. I think that he's going to come back pretty soon. But anytime he goes down like that, honestly, I was at a bar in Park City skiing on Monday night watching the Michigan game with some random people. So I didn't catch it live, but when I saw it afterwards, it looked worse than what they're saying. But it sounds like if it's just a contusion of his rib and the intercostal muscles, it's probably shouldn't limit him too much. He probably should come back, but hopefully he's not, favoring that side and subsequently making him, compensate in other ways that could either make him play bad or be more prone to injury when he gets rushed back. So, not a great time to get hurt though, right before the playoffs.
82 games too many, Doc.
Is 82 games to me? I wanted to say, I don't think who has the most talented team and who has the most talent available in May and
It's a
June.
war of
For the
attrition.
And, I would love to say that we, rest him, but 82 games is a lot of games to play. I know that they purposely rest people and this and that, and there's arguments about the fans coming to see certain players and stuff. But, hindsight's 2020. Obviously, I wish the guy wasn't in the game. We had a playoff spot locked up. We probably weren't going to win the number one seed with the Thunder, like 3 games ahead of us. And so, he may not have needed to play in that game. So, hindsight's 2020. I do think 82 games is a lot for these guys, particularly someone of his stats that's playing that many minutes, that much contact down the paint, and being that tall, falling from that space, et cetera. I think 82 games is a lot. Then you take in the consideration of the playoff games. If you win if you win a national, the NBA championship, 4 series, 4 games, that's 16. So you got 98 games that they play total games. Each one's 28. You're playing 110 games. That's a ton of games. That's a game every third day of the year. And it's obviously condensed into a certain amount of months. So it's a lot of playing. It's a lot of basketball at
Man,
a high
how
level.
how dare them nights for 300 million, Doc? I mean, what the heck? I wish I could
Mhm.
work 80 nights and make 300 million.
No,
what are we doing here, fellas?
But hey,
What are we doing?
Doc, they could be making $1 billion. You still physically cannot help the wear and tear
No,
of this league.
it breaks down. The body breaks down for sure.
It just does.
yeah,
Well,
it
I guess
really does.
it
You know,
does.
these guys literally have every resource available to them.
Yes,
You know, some of these recovery programs that these athletes go into, like Tom Brady, Novak Djokovic, Cristiano Ronaldo, Stephen Curry, Derrick Henry. The amount of money these guys spend on recovery is just astronomical.
that's crazy.
From from their own personal strength and conditioning coaches outside of their team to red light therapy, various vitamins that Tom Brady's drinking, to obviously personal chefs, their sleep hygiene, etc. And, you know, I don't really know how much this actually affects them. You know, there's a thing in medicine, there's a bias that if you're focused on the little things, you're definitely not missing the big things. So, you know, is it that Tom Brady's, mixture of vitamins actually makes him play better? Or is it the fact that a guy who's willing to drink that is probably not going out on Tuesday night partying? He's also the guy in
Facts.
NFL. You know,
Facts.
I don't know if that's actually, you know, if it's a cause and effect thing, or I kind of think of it like that. Like they're really not the guys doing the other things, so they're focused on the big things as well.
All right. What is so all these guys have gone through this long season. You mentioned all the different games. Obviously, you're susceptible, your body's worn down. So like, I guess how do I word the question? Okay, if you break your arm, that's a broken arm. That can happen to anybody. But
Mhm.
what are the injuries that you see with like fatigue? Oh, like when a guy gets hurt, it's like, oh, that's because he's just worn out.
Soft
What are you
tissue mostly, right?
susceptible to because of the wear and tear? What do we should we look for injury wise?
Yeah, it's normally just soft tissue things, contusions, various bruises of the muscles, or minor grade 1, grade 2 tears of various tendons or ligaments without full tears of the ligaments or tendons. This obviously most of those are not playable through, and they require surgery or at least prolonged immobilization and time off from their sport. But various soft tissue injuries can be nagging, and even though they can play through them, they can add to they're more prone to further injuries that are more permanent or more time consuming that they have to take more time off from.
Mhm.
But yeah, various just ankle rolls, things like that, that cause significant tendinopathies or ligamentous injuries that are not, again, full thickness tears or injuries or breaks and things like that, that can add up throughout the season as they get banged up.
Yeah.
And I think also overcompensation. You're dealing with the left ankle been bothering you. You're in a playoff hunt. You don't want to sit out. Next thing,
Yep.
your right ankle's hurting because you're overusing it because
Yep.
you probably should sit out 3 weeks on that left. So I think overcompensating for other injuries plays a factor as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it'd be interesting to see how Mitch Johnson and the Spurs sort of manages going into the playoffs, to see who we draw up in the playoffs, et cetera. With this, I think we got the second round spot pretty much locked up. But to see, what we can do, honestly, I think we've been playing okay. We're pretty deep. So even without Wemby, hopefully we can at least rest them a little bit and get them 100%. So when we get deeper in the playoffs, we can, make a run.
All right, sir. Hey, be careful skiing, man.
Yeah, we need you.
Just don't hurt those. Let's see your hands, Doc. Let's see these $2 million hands. Boom, there they are. Take care of them
I
hands.
Trying to see.
represent my girl Kellyanne here, Heavens 27. I love this girl, the mystic. So it's always on there.
Very
Shout out,
good.
shout out to my girl Kellyanne. I love you.
All right. He
Okay.
loves
What
you,
up,
Kellyanne.
Kellyanne?
Doc, thank you as always, sir. I appreciate it. It's late in the day. You probably need to get home and do stuff. And thank you, man. I appreciate it very much.
Yes, sir, Mike. Talk to you
All
soon.
right.
Jose, Rudy, thanks as always.
No,
Y'all have a good Friday Eve.
Thank you, sir. Take care. There's
All
Doc. All right. Skiing in Park Cities, cutting on people, doing podcasts.
good life.
He studied the right stuff
But
in school.
he paid the price. He was probably in school for 12 years.
Oh yeah, he earned that degree.
Yeah, he earned that.
Yeah, he's a Vanderbilt man too.
And their women went to
SEC,
the, I
Big
forgot to
Southern
mention
John
I forgot to
Plantation.
mention that the women went to the Sweet 16.
Oh hell,
Shout
I
out
need
to the
start
Vandy
thinking of
ladies.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got Alabama people too in his family.
Yeah, he's a roll tider too,
Yeah,
which
he
is
is. He's
weird.
both. He's both. All right, thanks. That's Doc Gianis from the MedVein Clinic in Stone Oak, Texas, where Rudy and I do
Stone
our
Oak,
show here in
Texas.
San Antonio, Texas. Oh no, they'll tell you. No,
I'm from Stone
I'm
Oak.
from Stone Oak, bro. Stone Oak. Address that to Stone Oak.